passion and you feel hungry to do something, it doesn't seem stupid to you. You know, I mean, we know we're never going to win anything, you know, but it's nice just to take part and enjoy it.
The only time I've known them argue was when they're drunk. God knows how the mother old boys hold on so quick. I don't honestly know how they can go so fast.
Yeah, I mean, they all think I'm a bit silly at work, I suppose, for doing it, you know.
And we get people rattling on about cats up trees, but you ever seen a cat skeleton up there?
But once you get hungry for it and you're really enjoying it, you want to do it all the more. It's like a drug.
We went to the Festival of Sidecars about 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
And that's how we started. Just a flippant comment to Karen was, I'd love to have a go at this. And to my surprise, she turned around and said, well, yeah, so would I. Within sort of going to the Festival of Sidecars in the October, we'd bought the sidecar and everything by Christmas, but we didn't have a clue what to do after we bought it.
He does spend an awful lot of time on it, and he likes to get it right. There's nothing wrong with that. Unfortunately, he does tend to spend more time on the bike than he does on me.
This nut's 14 foot long.
I was going to buy it no matter what it were. We went armed with 1,500 quid to start with, because I thought we can't afford any more. And it wouldn't start, so we thought, what do? We've come all this way, so we'll buy it anyway.
Neither of us knew anything about it. It was just a case of watching videos, going to the track, and basically learning a technique of your own.
This is the sidecar outfit that we bought 2 years ago. It's what's left of an Arison chassis. Since we bought it, we've done a lot of work to it. We've put a new Kawasaki engine in, the ZX6R, a lot faster than the Suzuki Bandit that we had in. So as we put a new engine in, it meant putting the radiator in, the oil cooler, all the electrics had to be redone.
You know, we do feel a bit guilty, and you sort of think to yourself, well, we won't mention it to the kids.
No, it's like we, you know, saved up enough money to buy a rev counter, didn't we, the other day?
Oh, yeah.
And you think, I hope it comes before the kids get here. The engine, when I'd done the engine and all the electrics, it cost around about £600 to buy it all. And then it was a couple of £100 to have the welding all done. So you could say for the beginning of this year, we've spent another £1,000 on it.
My job really is keeping it clean. And I think that's important, you know, to look good, even if you don't go very fast. We're at
Anglesey.
Anglesey. It's bloody windy.
It's alive!
The bad bits are the weather, but you can't change that. I think if the track's a little bit wet, then you know, the going will be good for us, because we tend to go the same speed whether it's wet or dry anyway.
How I look at it is, you know, you're only here once, so you want to enjoy yourself. Stay on the track, go home in one piece, enjoy yourselves, and that's about it really, try not to get lapped. But no, we've never been here before, so it's all new to us. So at the end of the day, you know, we'll just see how we go.
We had a row last night. Had a row this morning. Pair of socks. Over a pair of socks we had a row.
And I was convinced I'd packed 4 pairs of socks, and I hadn't. So the fact that I was wrong, and the fact that he hadn't done anything to help, made it worse.
Just forgetting the fact that I do everything else.
Well, yeah, but I can't remember everything, can I?
Try, do a list.
Start another one.
Don't start.
No, we don't argue. Not argue. You know, we never have big bust-ups. We usually end up laughing. And I think if we got to the point where we were rowing about stupid things, then we just wouldn't do it. There's no point. You know, there's no enjoyment there. And if there's no enjoyment there, then what's the point?
It's all about rider skills, really. That's the big thing with Anglesey. It's no good having a powerful bike thinking you can just blast by people, because it won't happen. The bends are very complex, and they're in groups together of 5 or 6 at a time. And it does make for good fun racing, really.
I have to say it's probably not my favourite circuit. The weather is either glorious like it is at this moment in time, but 2 hours earlier it's honking down with rain, and it makes the racing hard work.
And you don't know what to do, you know, whether to put your wet tyres on or your slips. and it takes us about half an hour to change, so you need time.
It's a lot shorter than I thought it was. I thought it was longer than Mallory.
It's longer here.
No, that was in kilometres.
Yeah, well, if
It's 1.07
if
kilometres.
it's in kilometres in Mallory Park, they don't change kilometres because we're in Wales, do they?
No.
It's 1.
If you look at the book, it
Are we
says...
going to have a rel?
No.
Oh, go on, we can.
I'm sure it said it was in kilometres.
I'm wrong again, aren't I?
Yes,
I've lost
you
again,
are.
haven't I?
So it's 0.07 mile
Can I win
long.
one argument, just one?
No, it's shorter.
Please? Can I just win one?
I have to know this, you see, because I want to know how knackered I'm going to be at the end of the race. Nothing ever gets so serious that we would consider packing it in. When we were having problems with the Suzuki, I said we either get rid of what we've got and pack it in altogether. I said, oh, we get a different engine. I said, because that's the only way that we're going to go any quicker.
It was the only air-cooled bike there, wasn't it? Everybody couldn't believe it, could they? Yeah, I've never seen a bandit like that one before.
When you first are so keen you want to get into racing, you'll go out and buy the first thing you see, and I think that's what they did. I think it just so happened it was probably the slowest bike in the country.
It was a bit nerve-wracking when everybody was whizzing past me at the first outset. I thought to myself, God, I could get hurt here. But then once I got into it and we'd actually experienced our first race, I thought, yeah, I'm going to enjoy this.
I admire the tenacity of the couple. One, because, to be honest with you, I couldn't race with my partner in the chair. That would just psych me out and I would be too worried. And I've ridden bikes for years and years and years and have gone very fast. But when you're not in control and you're on that platform 4 inches above the floor doing 130 mile an hour, it feels like you're doing 500 miles an hour. That's brave. Very, very brave. I mean, I love Russell. He's a great passenger and we get on great. But I don't want to live with him.
Karen gives me quite a lot of encouragement. She wants me to go quicker, and she wants us to finish sort of somewhere in the top 20.
Well, it would be nice just not to get lapped.
Yeah, but, you know, she wants us to go quicker and all that, and it's my own limitations, really.
Because there's no way you can practice apart from on the track. You can't go out on the road and have a go, unless you get arrested.
Most circuits now, because they get so few sidecars, it's obviously not financially viable to run them. And so that then becomes hard for the sidecars to get experience without coming racing. So they really have to start in at the deep end.
It's 5 to 10 minutes for a race like that.
And that's all experience that you get.
And that's the experience you get, so...
And you pay for that privilege, of
Yeah.
course.
It's the only sport I know where we pay to entertain the public, and they pay it all. Top spending.
Well, we at Derby Phoenix, we have a lot of novices in all classes, of course. We try our best to encourage people and link them up with more experienced riders to show them where to go and what to do, and try our best to get rid of those problems and get people out there enjoying themselves.
There's not so many sidecars at a meeting. You can have sort of like 200 or 300 motorbikes there and say 30 sidecars. They want to see each other out on the grid. They want a full grid, so they'd sooner say, you know, you can borrow this or you can have that to get you on the grid.
Because this is club racing, it's all about everybody mucks in together. You need people like that. You don't need superstars at the front. You know, you need people to fill the back of the grid and things like that.
It's a drug. Adrenaline, whatever you like it. It's just something about sitting on that thing and sliding it around. It's just, you can't describe it until you've tried it. Back in the 60s, my father used to do these grass track sidecars, and there was an Italian pair come up from Schnesi, and they'd quite often forget bits. So they'd bring the bike out in one piece, the chassis out in another piece, and then they'd go to the barbed wire fence and cut off lengths of barbed wire and put it all together. In those days, anything went, virtually, and they were right idiots, but they were lovely, lovely people. These stories go from the grassroots all the way up to the top level with the sidecar boys. They're a different breed, if you like.
I know I'm going wrong, because everybody said, you should be going flat out around that corner in 5th or whatever. And I'm thinking, I daren't. No, you know, it's having that little bit of extra confidence in the tyres and everything else to actually push it as hard as everybody else pushes theirs.
It's all part of racing. When we first started 3 years ago, we were in exactly the same boat. I mean, even today,
We lapped them, but we don't class them as being bad riders, just new riders.
They've done a lot more track time, they've raced internationally probably and all this. And
Done the TT even.
A lot of them have done the TT and everything, and you know, I think to aspire to their level, it's going to take us a few years. But we improved slightly on that lap,
Yeah,
but not
we did.
much.
Oh, not a lot, but at the end of the day, at least it's consistency.
We've got consistently worse.
No, we haven't.
We're consistently crap.
No, we're not.
No, we've got consistently better over this weekend. We really
We've got
have
a lot
done
better
well.
up that hill.
We've done well.
Yeah.
Fourth was the best place.
Oh, that was at Cadwell Park,
Yeah,
but that was definitely by default.
Yeah, everybody were crashing and everything
else
else. And we went, you know, we thought, well, we seem to be the only ones left on the circuit. And
we
bits
nearly
everyone.
got a trophy.
So we come trundling in like at the end of it, and we went and had a look at the score sheet. We were fourth. How did we manage that? Like, you know, there was about 30 odd out there. There were 26 or something went out, and I thought, oh, we've done well here.
Fun. That's why we called ourselves Just for Fun, because it is just for fun. Well, obviously we thought she was gone a bit mad. I'm a dispenser. Basically we do a vast range of prescriptions. We have a lot of walk-in prescriptions and a lot of repeat prescriptions.
Can I have 2 dozen prophylactics, please? And a jar of Viagra, please.
Right.
My job, basically, I mean, it's not all sort of rushing around, rushing to fires and car crashes every 5 minutes. It's all the mundane stuff that goes with it.
He's driving more careful now so he doesn't get himself hurt, ready for the next weekend, for the next race.
I'll get them to all hang out the doors now, just so I can get into the momentum of it.
There, sir. There you go. I think that will help with your confusion.
At Mallory Park today, it's the Festival of Sidecars, and it's one of our favourite days, racing, because it's just sidecars all day, so it's really good. You got everything from classics to Formula Ones, so it's a really good day.
I didn't know what a sidecar was at first, but she started explaining it and showing me pictures. I thought, she's a loony.
Somebody said, do you trust each other? And the first thing we said implicitly, you know, which says something about the relationship that we've got, not just in our personal life, but on the track as well, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? Trust at the end of the day. It's a passion that we've both got, and I couldn't possibly share that with anybody else. I just have no interest. I mean, I've been offered a couple of rides before, and I said, no, it'd be like being unfaithful. It would be like being unfaithful. I couldn't do it.
Once the bike's been, and your leathers have been passed through scrutineering, that makes you feel a little bit better. You haven't got to worry anything mechanically is up with the bike. Oh, it just terrifies me even now, just the thought of going out. But once I get on the start line, or once we get going, I'm fine. It's just a question of, you know, it's always build up to it.
Oh, is that good to see? I've got something running down the back of my leg. I hope it's sweat.
Away of a chain.
Holding them back would be Clive's bulls. He does pull back a lot going into Gerard's. If he's at the front and they've all gone past him, he doesn't full throttle, he pulls back.
Once I've been into Gerard's really quick, once, I'll be able to do it every time. It's like I can draw, you know, if we had a fire engine going round here, I'd probably be fine driving the fire engine round here, because I could hammer that, because it don't belong to me, probably. You know, and I think the biggest thing in my mind is crashing, I think, and hurting Karen's more than anything. That's my biggest, I suppose that'd be my biggest worry. But like I say, it's my confidence. I've got confidence in the bike, I've got confidence in Karen. It's me that's not got that little bit extra. But hopefully it will come with time.
I mean, we will get quicker. But I think what done me, we saw a really big accident. I think it was their first or second race meeting, and there was outfits cartwheeling all over the place, and there was a lot of bodies scattered everywhere. Those sidecars upside down. It's hard to get that image out your head sometimes, that you're gonna, you know, we don't want to particularly get sort of involved in a crash like that. Say if you lose a passenger and you're going into a left-hand corner, you know, you're quite liable to roll it. And it's really hard to jump off one of these things if you're going at speed like, so you can't get out, you just have to stay there really. So, you know, it's a daunting prospect crashing on one of those. Our goal is not to get lapped around here. I mean, if we do that, then it'll be as good as a win for us.
I think our best lap time ever was about 1 minute 6.
That's with the new bend in, isn't it?
That's with the new bit in.
But we're still slow. They're just catching us as we go over the start-finishing line. We nearly done it, but we got lapped by 0.02 of a second last time I was here.
I did find it hard work at the start when I first started doing it. I found Gerrard's quite hard work because we were so slow. Hanging on was quite, you know, hard work.
Because we were so slow?
Well, yeah, it was because it was so long.
Oh, yeah.
It took us so long to get round.
Okay.
My arms were pumping up. But now they've improved the circuit quite a lot, and now we've got quicker.
Mallory Park has always been a circuit which has been friendly towards sidecar racing because it's got some nice corners in it and you've got every aspect from a sidecar point of view that you want. Obviously a Formula 2 sidecar, a smaller 600 engine, has a power disadvantage. But when it comes to actually lap times, they're a bit more nimble, a bit lighter maybe, and sometimes can hold a tighter line on the corners. So it tends to be swings and roundabouts with the different type of sidecars you get with relative to the lap times you get around here, but it always makes for good racing.
You know, they do invest a lot of money into tuning the engines. I mean, we've got a bog standard engine, but I mean, a lot of it is down to the skill of the driver.
No, the thing is to pick the right engine, and that's really is with sidecar racing, is that, you know, there's lots of engines about that you could put into one of these things, but obviously some engines are more friendly towards the sidecars, and let's say the extra amount of strain that a sidecar outfit puts on it.
Well, this is a J6R1000 Suzuki engine out of a 2003 model, this year's model. I think a standard engine out of a Suzuki solar bike would go in a sidecar all right, but I think because we've got massive big wide tyres on the back here, we can get the power down a lot earlier out of corners and we can brake a lot later. So obviously the stresses on the engine are a lot higher than they would be in a solo. We alter the timing of the camshaft, we alter the valve springs. The cylinder and the cylinder head are machined to bring the compression a little bit higher, and inside the pistons are machined as well. We alter the clutch slightly, and then we put a close ratio Nova gearbox in there, which allows the engine revs not to drop so much. It's basically a racing gearbox. At the back, got some up-to-date pictures here of the bike in this year's colours, and also some pictures here of my passenger Paul. It's a big step forward for us to be in with the Wheel Superbike, because race fans can come see the bikes, they can walk down the pit lane, they can sit in the sidecars, it's great. The years I've been involved in it, it's nice to go into a championship where they actually want you and you're not just stuck on the end and just hanging in there by your nails and teeth really. We're in a championship what's working, the racing's good, and long may it continue. Neil Hodgson would jump on his Ducati and be maybe 20 kilometres faster in a straight line than what we would. But when you look at the overall lap time, we're probably not that far behind him, or sometimes, you know, can be very close to him. Neil Hodgson would probably lap Brands Hatch maybe about 2 seconds quicker than what we would. We've got a big 8-inch front tyre, we've got 10-inch back and 10-inch sidecar, slick tyres. The contact patch between the bike and the track is probably 3 or 4 times bigger than what you would get on Neil Hodgson's solo. So therefore we can go into corners a lot harder, brake a lot later, get round the corner quicker, and probably get out of the corner quicker, up to say maybe 40 miles an hour, and then at 40 miles an hour to maybe 180, the solo's going to take off and leave us. I can remember going back a few years when Rolf Billinge, in one qualifying session in a circuit in Spain, I'm not sure which one it was, but he would have qualified on pole position in the 500 race. He went faster than any of the 500 lads. And I think that sidecar racing really now will stay with Superbike, I hope, and that it will carry on for many years so that other young people can come through and do what I've been able to do in the sport.
There was plenty of encouragement for us. You know, you don't get new teams coming into the sport, it's going to die out anyway. But the only information they said was, whatever line you're on, stay on it. Everybody else will either come round you, over the top of you, or through you.
Most people support what we do.
Yeah, a lot of people would like to do it, but never get the chance.
We've just done a 7-lapper and we didn't get lapped, and we beat somebody, and we did an 8-lapper and didn't get lapped, and we beat a couple, so we were absolutely over the moon.
Yeah, I mean...
It's just such an achievement for us, because I mean, that's what we've been working towards, isn't it?
I mean, we went through, we actually saw the crossed yellow flag, which is the last lap flag, and I thought, someone's going to come past me in a minute, they're got to. And when they didn't, I was as good as, I was happy then, you know, because I knew I was going to finish a race without being lapped, and it was superb.
I can feel myself getting all excited inside that. I can feel myself thinking, oh God, please say we've done it. Please say we've done it. We've been so close before.
It's nice.
It's just, I mean, the festival's always been special to us because that's what got us started. And to achieve what we wanted to achieve at the Festival of Sidecars, well, it means everything to us. It really does.
British Championship next then.
Whether it's a feisty little Mini or a luxury cruise ship on wheels like a Bentley. Next up, we celebrate the cars that have stood the test of time. The classic cars, next on Men and Motors.